Hey everybody, it is Yuki once again with a quick update for the PvP City, Yuuki City PvP world here. And I got some interesting stuff I added, so let's get right into it, shall we? So today, we might be playing this tonight for VR Chat Live. I do want to show you guys what I did add. This is the Unity view or the developer's view of the thing. And as you can see, I already added some graphics, some UI to tell you what is everything here, including this weapon rack, where you can grab your weapons now. It is going to be top. The top is for desktop and PC. Bottom is going to be for VR. So anybody on Quest or any other headsets that support VR chat, the bottom is for you. The top is for the PC and desktop folks. I might move this down a little bit. I will think about it before the build upload. I'll I'll let you guys know about that if I decide to do that. I will tell you that the credits hall will be here once I figure out how I want to do it. I'm not going to do that today though because I might add some stuff. As you can see here, this looks like a normal view of the battlefield, but this is actually a camera. This is actually a camera on the battlefield right now in the world, and you can actually see what's going on in real time based on what the players are doing. And we're going to show you guys that in VR in a moment. I have four shadows waiting for your arrival. That's what it is. Then we have a target practice area for you in the same way. You can watch the action on the battlefield at the same time. Note that you do not need to worry about score because for this build, according to the audience, they don't want a scoreboard. So no scoreboard. Instead, it's just a shoot 'em up, have fun. Have fun, free for all, shoot 'em up from now on. Okay? Because if you do put the scoreboard in, then everybody who play will wrap back here to the starting area. Okay? So there's one number one. Number two, I added a spectator room, which is now located right here. There used to be a wall here that covered the battlefield. Now there's going to be a spectator room, and you can see here we have a camera. Same camera as shown over there earlier. Now there is going to be other cameras. I actually have 16 of them, but for some reason it's not working properly. So I'm going to redraw my. I'm going to go back to the drawing board to see if I want to do that. But the idea is to show you guys that this particular room and this particular space is going to be for those who do not want to play. Let's say they want to hang out, maybe watch the battle from the comfort of their couch. There's gonna be a couch here later on, and then you can watch the battle directly from the comfort of the house without worrying about KD ratio, all that good stuff. Now, if we do decide to put back the scoreboard, I might be putting a camera on the scoreboard so that those viewers in the house can actually watch the scoreboard too. But that's going to be another time because I don't want to complicate the world as it is. Okay. Now, as far as the battlefield itself, there's some few changes that I did decide to make. First off, goodbye walls. There are no more walls in this battlefield, as you can see, and you saw from the camera. Goodbye walls. What's going on here? What happened to the walls? Well, the idea of the walls is to prevent you from going out of bounds during the battle. However, I learned that in Unity you can make a box collider for objects and materials. Just so happens that I decided to make a wall, well, kind of a box collider for extending this part of the battlefield. So for example, I copied the battlefield layout, and this box right here or this little grass area is actually the box collider. But how can you tell if it's a box collider? Well, if you go to the inspector and you go to the box collider, if you added a box collider a component, you can edit the collider, and as you can see, the collider covers the entire out of bounds area and all the way up here. Now, when testing, I had to make sure when you go on the roof, because it is still possible to jump to the roof for sniping kills. So I jumped off from one of the corners of the roof to see if I'm still able to go out of bounds. And with this box collider, I'm not able to go out of bounds. So we are good on this box collider. Same thing here, and same thing over here, and same thing over here. They have a box collider that covers the battlefield in terms of out of bounds play. So no more walls, but there is a box collider in place of those walls, so that it doesn't look funky. It doesn't look like um it was made by a 5-year-old. Anyway, that aside, in terms of other things on the battlefield, I have great changed the sizes of the house, and there is one new weapon. Not one new weapon, but there is a weapon customized weapon, and I'm gonna show you actually where it is. Just for this one, so you get special treat because I love you guys. There is a weapon that is customized in terms of color, and I believe it is on corner number 4. Yeah, I'm numbering my corners now, but it is on corner number 4 or 3. It is one of these houses. There is gonna be a blue one with a green. This making sure I have the right house because it is one of the repair shop buildings here. But it is a customized sniper, and actually let me go ahead and show you that in my inspector. On the left here, we have a custom sniper in a way. Let me just make sure I can find it first before I can show it off. There we go. So we have a customized sniper. I'm gonna turn off the gray. I'm gonna move this over so that it doesn't look like it's out of bounds. But we do have this customized sniper now, and I'm gonna put it for you guys over. Let's put them just for this one. So I'm showing you guys where it is. But next build, no, I'm making you find it. But for the sake of like showing off what I'm making, I'm gonna put your customized snipers right here. This house on this corner. Okay, this corner of the street. Our house in the middle of our street. So yeah, that song. But yeah, these are your customized snipers, and as you can see, we have green, blue, and red for you guys today. Now keep in mind, same attack power though, 1000. So it's still a one-shot sniper, no matter what. I just customized the colors to make it look cool. The top one is desktop. The bottom one is VR. Just to let you guys know that the top one is desktop. The bottom one is VR. So that is for you. And now I'm gonna show you guys how it looks like in terms of VR. I do have to close it though because I did change the location of the snipers. So first in VR, we're gonna show you guys the camera. So I have four. I have four clients of VR chat running at the same time, so that we can test also the networking at the same time for the build. Now, if this build comes out within the next few hours, then we'll play this for VR chat tonight live. If not, we'll play on Thursday. Because it gives me some time to fix the camera. There is an opportunity for me to use the UI to allow you to set a camera to select a camera to watch. For example, corner corner number one. There's going to be a camera at the corner number one, wherever corner number one is going to be designated. Because obviously there's no fixed number for a corner, unless of course a video game you make in Unity or anything does need to have a designated corner. But when you're making something for VR chat, not really, because it's arbitrary. In this case, it's an arbitrary corner in the form of VR chat. But if you're making a game that actually has corners that means something, like there's an item on corner number 7, for example, and that corner is designated as a what I call key corner, because that corner has a key item. Then you need an ID designation. All right, now that we are in VR, you're gonna see 4 shadows. It just so happens I'll be playing Shadow tonight, or Thursday, both tonight and Thursday. But 4 shadows. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have shadow number one with this one right here. I'm gonna have him watch the action on the left side. Shadow number two is going to be in the same room, but I'm gonna have him watch the action on the right side. Okay, or in the middle. Okay, shadow number three is going to the same room, but he is watching on the right side, so the house corner. Shadow number four is going to be on the battlefield. And I'm going to grab my desktop weapon. Now, if it looks a little funky, it's just because I have the windows resized to make it to where we can see all 4. So I'm going to go to the battlefield. Let's see which shadow has the shadow. And the shadow that has the shadow is none of them right now because I spawned inside of the custom house. Let's see which shadow has the blue. I'm setting on the blue one. So as you can see here, both the middle shadow, and the right shadow have the other shadow jumping. As you can see in the cameras on the second and third shadow. Now, if I shoot with shadow number 4, you're gonna notice that every time I shoot a bullet, it's also going to be showing on the camera. Now, as you can see, I'm also firing diagonally, and it just so happens that diagonally also covers camera number 1, or I mean shadow number 1 in this case. So it travels from camera number 3, from shadow number 3 to shadow number 1 camera view. I'm gonna fire again to show you guys the aspect ratio there. So it's all diagonal. And remember, any shadow that can actually be seen here, or any character. The only thing is it's not close up. That's the thing. Now shadow number 3 is gonna join the battle. And we're gonna have shadow versus shadow. Yay. We're gonna have a shadow fight, folks. Welcome to tutorial 101. Anyway, I do have to fix this spawn point though. It is a little bit off. As you can see, shadow number 3 is at shadow number 1. Number 4. Shadow number 3 is jumping. We can see that on the camera as well. Now, if I shoot shadow number 4, you're going to see that in the same way in the camera. There we go. I got him. He's back at spawn because by rule, you're supposed to be back at spawn. So that covers that part. So shadow number 4 is back at spawn. He can go back to the battlefield at any time without worrying about a scoreboard, which is why the audience decided to remove the scoreboard. Now keep in mind, shooting in here is a safe zone, so you cannot hurt anybody in this room or in the target practice area, which is over here. You also cannot hurt anybody in this room because it's covered by the safe zone blue zone. Okay? Obviously, red dot site is still in here. I'm still gonna fix it, but I think for the most part, I think it's serviceable. I do have to change at least one of the spawn points. But I think for now, there's also another camera here, but it's the same thing. So if you decide to watch your favorite player over here, you can also watch them on this camera as well, if you so if you so wish to do so. Now, would it be a multi-camera event here? I am thinking about it, but I've had a little bit of trouble implementing that in. But it is something that I am really interested in trying out because here's a little hint. This little camera thing, this little camera watch the camera style thing for the spectator room, that isn't just for show. There is actually something I'm thinking of doing when it comes to VR chat roleplay, when it comes to a camera. Okay, I can't tell you guys what it is because I'm going to spoil it, and I don't want to spoil that because it has something to do with both ventures, and I don't want to spoil that right now because of a PvP world. I will let you guys know it has something to do with camera. Okay, that is it for the update. If you guys want me to play this tonight, we'll do it. If you want to wait until I do the multi-camera system, then we'll do it on Thursday. Okay, so that's all for now. We'll see you guys on our next update video, or we'll see you guys tonight with this world. Okay, enjoy, and we will see you guys very soon.